Long ago, in the great city of Susa, in the powerful kingdom of Persia, there lived a young Jewish girl named Esther. Esther's parents had died when she was small, so she was raised by her older cousin Mordecai, who loved her like his very own daughter. Esther grew up far from home, in a foreign land, but Mordecai taught her to be brave, to be wise, and never to forget who she was or the people she came from. Meanwhile, in the royal palace, the mighty king Ahasuerus ruled over 127 provinces, from India all the way to Ethiopia. One day, the king threw an enormous feast that lasted for days to show off his wealth and power to everyone in his kingdom.
For she is the beauty, for she is the jewel of my kingdom.
To come and be admired by all his guests. But Queen Vashti said no. She refused to come. The king was furious. No one had ever refused him before. His advisors worried that if word got out that the queen disobeyed the king, women all across the kingdom might stop listening to their husbands too. So King Ahasuerus banished Queen Vashti, and she was never allowed to come before him again. Now the king needed a new queen, and so he sent messengers across the entire kingdom to search for the most beautiful young women in the land and bring them to the palace. When the king's men came searching, they found Esther, and because of her beauty, she was taken to the palace along with many other young women. Mordecai was heartbroken to see her go, but he had one piece of advice before she left. Esther kept her secret close, just as Mordecai asked.
Do not reveal your identity. Keep our faith a secret.
Just to know that she was safe. Esther spent many months at the palace, and something remarkable happened. Out of all the young women in the kingdom, the king loved Esther more than any of the others. He set a royal crown on her head and made her his new queen. An orphan girl, raised by her cousin in a small home in Susa, was now queen over the greatest empire in the world. But Esther still kept her secret. Nobody in the palace knew she was Jewish, not even the king. But one quiet evening, he overheard something he was never supposed to hear.
We must act tonight. No one can know. Are you sure? We might get caught.
Mordecai froze. The king's own guards were planning to assassinate him, and Mordecai now held a secret that could save the king's life or cost him his own. But that wasn't the only thing changing in the palace. Around this same time, a new man was rising quickly through the king's court.
Welcome, Haman.
A man about to become the most powerful official in all of Persia, second only to the king himself. What would Mordecai do with the secret he now carried? And what would this new, powerful man mean for Esther and for her people? To be continued. Subscribe for episode 2.